Amy and Stephanie here today to talk a little bit about homeowners insurance. You probably don't know this as a customer or a client of homeowners insurance, but agents work very closely with their extended team members, and one of them is Stephanie. Stephanie is someone that we rely on when we are out looking at homes. We have a buyer that has to make a decision very quickly, and maybe there's a couple of questions about the home. It could be the roof, it could be water nearby, and maybe we need flood insurance. And so, Stephanie, if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about how we work with you, and let's say there's something with the roof, and now we need to figure this out before the buyer makes an offer.
So Amy, I come across this a lot. Like you said, when you're out in the field, you might come across a roof that doesn't look like it's its best. Maybe there's some damage. Maybe it's a wood shake shingle. There are issues that can arise in insurance of it being insurable or not. And then if it is an older roof, I like to be able to, look at that and maybe run some claims experience and see if they've ever replaced that roof. If they put in a claim but didn't replace it. That can be good leverage for your client going in, buying that house of, hey, you need to replace the roof before I buy.
Absolutely. We run into that quite often. So speak to us a little bit on the lending side. So when we do get the buyer under contract, they do decide that that's something that's the house. We've already reached out to you. Now we kind of have some background on maybe it's the roof, maybe it's flood insurance. Now you have to work with the lender. And the lender will kind of guide us, right, on what the buyer can afford.
So typically when I reach out to the lender after the client has confirmed they do want to go ahead with my quote, I send that over to the lender so they can start getting that information in their numbers. Insurance is usually one of the last things that new home buyers kind of tackle. I get it. But at that point, when the lender receives my quote, it might be higher than what they had accounted for. So at this point, if they are really tight on their debt to income ratio, which is their DTI, you'll hear that speak, there are things, they'll come back and tell me this is high. And there are things we can do to kind of adjust to get them where they need to be so they can get in that home. And so that's a very key part is making sure that they can get through with the loan with this home quote.
For sure. No surprises, right?
Right.
That's the last thing we want. So we just want to give you an example of how we work with our extended team members. It's really important that we know how to work with each other, what questions to ask, and how to communicate with each other and know exactly where we're going just to get our buyers to the end and actually in the home of their dreams. Thank you for joining us, Stephanie. We really do appreciate you spending the time with us, and I know it's not an easy drive to get to us. So if you'd like to share your information on how people can reach you, maybe they want to update their quotes or get a fresh idea of what they can afford.
All right. Well, Amy, my pleasure. I love you guys. You are the best. You're very diligent in what you do. But if anybody wants to get in contact with me for a new purchase, refi, or just to look over your existing policies, you can call my cell phone or text me at 303-834-2911 or email me at stephanie@buykoloradoinsurance.com. It's a long one.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for listening.